Hello, amazing artists. The purpose of this video is to talk to you about what you will do on a Create Day in the art studio. We're working our way through the artistic process. We started by exploring, and now you're ready to create a wow piece of art. We've finished exploring for this cycle of the artistic process. That means that we learned some new things about different kinds of media and different kinds of knowledge, and we got inspired with a specific idea. You should have already created a plan. So on this Create Day in the art studio, I'm going to show you what to do. On each Create Day in the art studio, you should always begin by looking at your plan. Take a look at your daily learning goals. If it's the first day of working on this project, you're going to look in the box with the number 1 and read your daily learning goal. Mine says that I'm going to draw and color my picture. On the back, I have my final thumbnail sketch, which shows the picture that I plan on drawing. So I've reviewed my wow art proposal. Now, it's time to gather my supplies so that I can begin creating. Well, the one thing that I didn't put on my proposal was what size paper I plan to be working on. So I'm gonna go now and think a little bit more about the supplies I'd like to use and bring a few of them over here so I can begin. Keep your plan with your sketches with you while you're creating so you can compare the drawing. You want to make sure that your paper is going the same direction as the original idea. Here you can see that I decided to use a ruler so that my lines would be nice and straight in the background. You'll notice that my lines look very light. Remember the saying, draw light until you get it right. Then you can use an eraser to fix anything you need to change. I'm sketching the shapes of my dog using really light lines and then going back in with darker lines once I'm sure where I want things to go. You can always make changes from your original in this stage. No matter what media you plan to use, you should always begin with pencil because it can be erased and you can make changes as you go along. I'm outlining my drawing because I want the lines to look bold. I'll add color later, but this way I know exactly where I want the color to be inside of. I like the way the Sharpie looks on the background and how I can really see the picture I've drawn. Don't forget to erase your pencil lines before you add color. No matter what media you decide to use for your projects, when you do a wow project, I want you to use good, no, great craftsmanship. That means that you're coloring in all the spaces on your paper. Notice how I first go around the edges, and then I can do the inside of my coloring a little bit more quickly. I try to keep my coloring lines going in the same direction so they blend together. Creating wow art takes a lot of focus. That means while you're using your studio time to make things, you want to try to stay in the zone, concentrating on your artwork in front of you. Try not to get distracted by the people around you or by playing with your tools. When you're creating wow art, there are going to be times when you need to solve problems. What if you don't like one of the colors you've already used? Well, how can you solve that problem? In this case, I decided to put a layer of another color on top of the purple that I thought would go nicely. Creating wow art takes hard work, and sometimes you need to persist. That means you might even get tired of what you're creating and you might want to stop working on it. If your hands get tired, take a break and give yourself a little massage, but then get back to work. I know you can create amazing wow art when you keep going, even when it gets difficult. I can't wait to see what you create. You can make wonderful, original works of art. Have fun, artists!